Podcast, WATP.
Okay, we put together a video. I put it out as its own separate clip, and I labeled it that Aaron's lying about me, and I was hoping that this would get back to him, because Aaron tends to do this thing where he makes up something that I said or did and then runs with it for forever.
Sure.
I don't know if he forgot that he's the one who made it up or what's going on. I thought that April hadn't divorced him and that he was going to come back on his show and April's going to be next to him and it was going to be a big F you to all the steel toe haters. And I said that on my show, on Melton's show, and then I was wrong. I was completely wrong. And then I did a show with guys who are really into into steel toe. And I said, guys, how did I get this so wrong? What am I missing here? Tell me more about Aaron. I obviously don't understand this character very well at all. I was so off on this. And Aaron was going around going, and Carl's such a fucking liar. He won't admit that he was wrong about April. It's really weird. He won't admit that he's wrong until finally Keanu was on the show and goes, Aaron, that's not true. Carl completely admitted that he was wrong about this. Why do you keep saying this? Oh, he did? So Aaron makes up these narratives and then runs with them and won't stop. So I put out that video that said, I had nothing to do with saying the slam piece is running your show. And I showed the exact conversation we had on This Little Piggy, where we were analyzing his background, and it had nothing to do with me saying I thought his girlfriend was running his show. But this is just a recent episode.
Off. We got some mentally ill people that watch this show that think SP runs it behind the scenes, including Carl, I guess. He's one of those people. I make these people so paranoid.
Including Carl, I guess he's one of these people. Aaron, text me. We have each other's numbers. Ask me if I think that. I don't.
I am, again.
And by the way, it's probably true. It very well could be true that he's getting a lot of advice from his girlfriend, because his girlfriend is telling him about stuff that she's reading on the internet and Reddits and shit like that. So I'm just not the one who's saying these things.
Just in their head, 100%. You can deny it if you want to, but that's called denying reality, my man.
And then he gets all pompous about it, too. Just like, I mean, this fucking Carl guy, what a piece of shit. He's so stupid. Am I right? Aaron, I put the videos out so you could watch them and correct yourself. It's right there. It's free. Check it out. He's doing something this week. He's changing his personality again.
Oh.
He does this from time to time.
He was due.
He was due for a new... Remember Positive Aaron? Where he's like, we're not talking about the goal. I'm just going to hope things work out. I'm going to do a great show and everything should land where it should land and we'll be good. And if I don't make the goal, whatever, man. We'll make it up the next show or, things will be great.
Oh, that was a character he was doing?
That was a character he was doing.
I got you.
And there's a lot of speculation that his girlfriend was telling him to do that. I don't know.
Here we go.
I don't know if that's the case or not. He didn't say it. There's some speculation out there. But this is a brand new character that he's playing. And Adam, I really want to get your take on this because I think he's gone mad. I feel like with this.
Let's go ape shit, huh? You know what I would dream of? I would dream of that 185 going out like that. Everybody go crazy. Everybody get nuts. Let's look for the purple banana till they put us in the truck. Everybody give me money. Everybody click PayPal. Everybody click Streamlabs. Just throw it. Don't even think about it. As they say in Billy Madison, don't even think about it. Just hand it over.
This is like, I guess, the Beggy monster? Is that the new character that he's playing?
Well, it's a very friendly version, but...
I like the Beggy monster better personally, but...
The body language is amazing. He looks like a baby in a high seat waiting to get fed and like having a tantrum that the food isn't there yet. He is so white, he's almost blending into the background. I think if there wasn't that orange steel toe behind his head, we would just see a floating pair of glasses and a shirt.
You're right. That's why he centers that right there, because the paint on the wall is the same color. That makes sense.
We knocked it out this morning. I want to have a perfect day today. I can't go without... this isn't sarcasm, by the way.
No, it doesn't feel like it.
It doesn't. No,
you seem sincere. And I would like to have a perfect day also. And that day, for me, involves not giving you money.
I'm having a perfect day right now. Can you believe it? Look at this asshole. I was going to say something more rude.
He looks like a South Park character, like an actual one.
Yeah, right.
He looks like he should be voiced by Rocco.
Yes. Give me this fucking money.
Spare some change.
He looks like those Canadian comics that Chad used to work with over at RJ's.
In too
competitive a mood. I'm feeling myself too much. There were people on Twitter today finally acknowledging there's so many people. Like toe derangement syndrome has become a thing that the internet's now using. There's a lot of people with it.
Okay. This is the most frustrating part of Aaron. He's so this new character is so unlikable. He's coming off as a pompous asshole that you would not want to give money to or be friends with or have a conversation with at any time. But the worst part is when he sees something on the internet that he likes, and then he goes, everyone's coming around on this too. I saw on Twitter, everyone's agreeing with me. Show me. I do this crazy thing all the time where I take a screen grab of the tweet that somebody put out. Mm-hmm. Yesterday I was on the Drew Lane show, and we were talking about Victory the Podcast, which is the show that Kevin Conley from Entourage put together, and then ended up ripping everybody off. And it was a big scandal, actually. And he just came back recently, and now he started a Patreon. He's asking for people's money on Patreon. And I didn't go on there and just go, yeah, people in the comments don't like that. I went, look at these comments people are writing underneath this video who are blasting him for wanting him to give them to give. My point is receipts.
Look, he's either stupid or lying, because the only excuse for this is if he truly searches the hashtag TDS and goes, look at that, there's millions of them. Millions of them.
Yes.
It's also Trump derangement syndrome.
Right. Yeah.
Everyone's not
the Dick
talking
Show.
about the toe. Or the Dick Show. There you go.
But this is what he does. He goes, yeah, and everyone's coming around on this. I saw it on the internet. It's like, dude, just fucking show a couple examples. Like, even that, you can still totally lie and act like this is the sentiment that's going on this Discord server or in this subreddit or on X or whatever. But at least show a couple examples so that we go, okay, I see what you're saying. He just fucking says this shit.
He's satisfied with this, just like John or Chad saying, I was talking with my buddy on the phone. That's enough for us.
Yeah, there's proof.
No,
he agreed.
Opie never says that, though. That's just funny.
Yeah, no, he never does.
We try not to believe news that starts with people are saying that. People are, they're all saying that.
That's like that famous Mike Tyson interview where I think he's up in Canada. He's just like, who's saying that? You're saying that, you piece of shit, you cocksucker. You motherfucker. He's just like, all right, hey, Mike. It's just like, no, I want to know who's saying that. You're saying that.
You're right. It was me.
And they just can't get over it. And they're just obsessed. And they Aaron's got him. In fact,
I mean, this is segment 4 out of 6 or something on the show today, but we're obsessed that Aaron's got us.
a lot of the Dabbleverse Twitter accounts today, which, I like to hang out outside the Dabbleverse and observe them because they're interesting creatures. They're my pets. And they're out there. The commentators there are saying nobody makes him feel like Steel Toe does. He gets them all melting down, whether it's Patrick, whether it's his fans,
He's doing this thing where, he's taking what Patrick Melton has been doing. He's even got a jingle for it where he's showing that he's getting people emotional over what he's saying. And he's watching these people like Aaron's not a logical guy. He's not a pragmatic guy. He's an emotional woman all the time. And you see it all the time. Like it comes out on his show.
It's funny you say that. I was going to say he is his biggest cheerleader.
Yes.
He's an emotional woman.
Yes, for sure. Like if I'm having a really good day or a really bad day, there's not a huge difference between my demeanor.
I can attest to this.
Right. I'm pretty even keeled.
Yeah.
I try to be pragmatic and not emotional. And Aaron comes on and just goes, all these people are so fucking emotional. It's just like he's running his arms around and getting all upset.
everybody else. Aaron's in their head. It's a goddamn infection.
All right, let me back that up again because this is insane what he's saying.
They're my pets. And they're out there. The commentators there are saying nobody makes him feel like Steel Toe does. He gets them all melting down, whether it's Patrick, whether it's his fans, everybody else. Aaron's in their head. It's a goddamn infection. And you're right, it is. And
That's such a weird thing to be like the laughing stock. If you're getting bullied in school, is your comeback like, you guys are obsessed with me. That's all you ever think about is taking my lunch money and giving me swirlies.
That's pretty close to what this is.
That's what this is. It's like, no, we just enjoyed giving you swirlies. You seem to hate it, and we're having fun.
But since you won't admit that, we're going to keep doing it.
Yeah.
And who does he think is watching this? Who's here? I thought this was a news show or some shit. Like,
well, as he told us last year, he covers the news, and he is the news, so he covers himself.
that's how you know it's not biased.
It's in their head. It's a goddamn infection, and you're right, it is. And the only thing that we need is money. That's it. We don't need your love. We don't need you to suck up or anything like that. All we need is money. That's it. So we got him, man. Actual steel toe wearer too.
Remember when Kenneth Copeland was they're like, why do you need an airplane to that televangelist? And his eyes get wild. And he starts talking about the demons and how, he is above. He can't be riding in an airplane with the demons. That's the same look in this guy's eyes. This is crazy shit. I don't need love. Yeah, I mean, you can't stand there in a church and say, we don't want your love. We don't want your respect. It's not about being good. Give us money. That's actually the devil, according to the Bible.
Yeah, and it also doesn't yield great results. No. I don't think it's a great tactic
because he has to do it every day.
Yeah, it's not working.
Give us your hate money.
Look at this fucking goober.
This is
come on.
Aaron's the easiest guy to make thumbnails for. I appreciate it, buddy.
Money. That's it. So we got him, man. Actual steel toe wearer too. We got him. It to watch Twitter start to turn and finally notice what I've been noticing for a long time. They're like, steel toe derangement syndrome is real. They can't get enough. And you see, like, actual steel toe wearer, he's been wanting a crack for a long time, not getting it. Now he's just going to have to delude himself into thinking it's happening. That is the very last stage before surrender. Thank you. Actual steel toe wearer, you know what? You're gone. How's that? That is ultimate power.
He blocked someone and is celebrating like that isn't the biggest pussy move that you can make. Wow, yeah, you're really in control, Aaron. You're killing it.
He sounds like an old man in a nursing home that you just want to let play pretend for a little while until he works himself up and then tires himself out. And then you're like, okay, buddy, it's time to go back to bed now and start it all over again tomorrow. This is not real. This is just a man in his basement yelling at an empty room.
Yeah, well, as Eric Nagel put it in our chat just now, he's playing radio. Yeah. I don't think he turns this off. And this is the thing, like, he's obviously playing a character right now, but there's something coming out that's real because you wouldn't see any of us do this. We don't have this in us to do this kind of thing.
That is ultimate power.
I just wanted to get that. I just wanted to get this stupid shot of him. Yeah, you're slaying it, buddy. You are slaying it.
Victory is mine. Because that is the worst thing you can do to those people, is cut them off from access from the man. Billy Bob Norris says, you want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts. It's just you feel that turning point where the rats are scattering and they've got no comeback for it. You just pointed out to him, you're like, you need this. You talk about it all the time. You're obsessed with it. You can't get enough. I've beaten you into submission, and you don't even know it yet. All right, let's get going with the show. You guys...
Let's see, what do we got going on today?
With the cash, that's the deal. If that relationship remains symbiotic, there's nothing stopping the toe. So, throw it in, and then I don't have to do this all night. All I have to do is what I do best. Let's put on a little show for you fine folks.
Keep telling yourself that.
Yeah, when does it start?
Yeah, was this not the show? When does the show start?
In my opinion, that was the show. That's why we watched that part of it. But this is, I don't know, he keeps trying different things. He keeps trying to see what works. I guess he's been getting donations lately, so he feels like this is working for him. And good on him. Everyone's got to make a living, right? God, wouldn't you rather be doing anything else with your life than begging on the internet like this and embarrassing yourself?
I can't imagine giving a speech about how amazing I am and then segueing right into begging without even connecting the two. It's a very thin line, or it's a very thick line between champion and begging. Those two for money specifically, and going like this to people, doing the finger thing means the taxes. Like no one
Televangelist was very close.
Yes.
Yeah.
But he's got to work on his technique a little bit. Yeah, he's got to learn some things.
Who are these